Hey guys, welcome back to the Spiritual Safe House. My name's Laura. I'm your Christian energy healer. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do some live angel card readings today. I'm just going to try to get set up here for a second. Let some people hop on. Whew. Oh my gosh. I feel like there is like so much energy around today. It's almost like making me sick. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that's like part of the reason why I wanted to do this today. I know, at least for me, later I'm gonna have a very emotionally charged evening. So I'm trying to like get some of that out and, you know, help people along the way as we're doing this. So the cards that I'm going to be using today are, this is my absolute favorite deck. These are from Doreen Virtue Angel Tarot cards. Okay. And like I said, these are absolutely my favorite deck. I feel like I have the strongest connection to this deck. Usually for myself, when I'm pulling cards, I use a pendulum. I'll show you. This is my favorite one. I don't know if you guys use pendulums. This is my clear quartz one. That's my favorite one. I'm not going to be using this for every card that I pull today. Just because I think that'll be a little crazy. But that's usually what I do when I'm doing stuff just for myself. But like I said, we're just gonna kind of go more off of intuition today, because I don't know, it just is feeling really high to me today. Like I said, I think that there's at least for me, there's a lot of energy moving around me today, so that much to the point that I am actually like feeling not like physically like feeling ill a little bit. I can just feel it too much today. So if you guys could just let me know when you're here with some hearts or some comments in the bottom, and then we can get started. So I'm drinking one of my favorite elixirs. This one has amethyst, rose quartz, and citrine. Hoping this will like settle my stomach a little bit here. I really like that combination of stones in one elixir. I don't know, it just really feels like it gives me like this jolt of energy when I drink that. So every once in a while I keep getting a card. The energy is just really around today, guys, and these cards are popping out. So I first started working with these cards, I don't know, it's been a few years, and it's kind of just like anything else, even with crystal work. The more that you work with this stuff, the more in tune you will start to feel, and the more you'll be able to trust your intuition. You know, like I was saying about using the pendulum, when I first started, I used to use the pendulum every single card pull. And I think it was just because I felt like I needed that reassurance that I was, you know, pulling the right card. But that's kind of how I started and got into it. Pendulum work is very, very interesting. Kind of freaked me out. Megan, she should be hopping on. Some of you guys know her. She actually got me started working with pendulums and things like that. But yeah, I used to use that for every single one, and you know, she ended up saying to me, well, you know, just, you know, trust your intuition, trust that you're, you know, what you're doing. And the more that I started to do that, you know, I could feel my intuition getting, you know, more heightened, and I was able to trust myself better. And in the end, that is really what you want. So, and obviously for time's sake, it does take a little bit longer to, you know, to use the pendulum as you're going through your cards. So we're not going to do that today. I hope that I'm not having like any connection problems. I see the number keeps like going up and down and up and down, and sometimes it doesn't tell me when people actually sign on. It doesn't say the name at the bottom sometimes. So I'm hoping that, oh, hey Megan. Hey, I was just saying sometimes it doesn't tell me like who's at the bottom, so I see the number like going up and down, so it's hard for me to tell without people actually telling me that that people are on. But I was actually just talking about you, and how you got me started on pendulums and using them, but then also being able to kind of, you know, trust your intuition. It got on and then it just froze. It's okay now? You can just like give me some hearts if it's okay now, just so I know. I don't know why, but sometimes when I'm trying to watch live streams on Facebook, maybe it's my, okay, good. Okay, maybe it's my Wi-Fi for whatever reason. But yeah, that, you know, the difference between using a pendulum for every single card pull that you do versus trusting your intuition. That's just kind of what I was just talking about. So these cards are like kind of all over the place, even with me just shuffling. And I was saying how I'm feeling like so much energy today. I thought this would be good to kind of release some of that, but it's actually like making me feel sick today. So, but that's my own stuff going on. Okay, so I guess we can get started. Meg, you're up right now, I guess. So, and as more people come on, I'll kind of repeat myself, but I'm not going to go in any like specific order or say like, hey, we're going to do like love now or relationships or career or whatever. I figured it would be better to just kind of let you guys let me know what you need. So if you have like a specific question that you want to ask, you can type that in the chat. And if you don't feel comfortable typing your specific question in the chat, just let me know that you have, you know, intuitively asked your question to your spirit guides or to your angels, and so that I can pull the card off of that energy, and just knowing that you did ask a question here. So whenever you're ready, Meg, if you want to go, that's no problem at all. Oh, hey, Tim. What's up? Thanks for joining. Okay, you've intuitively asked. Okay, 1 second, Meg, just because Tim hopped on. Tim, if you want to participate, I was just saying that today I'm using Doreen Virtue's Angel Tarot cards today, and you know, if you have a specific question that you would like to ask your guides or ask your angels, you can either type that question in the chat and ask it so I can see what it is, or if you don't feel comfortable, you can kind of do what Megan said and just say that I've intuitively asked, just so I know, and know that when I'm ready to connect. But I'm going to go with Meg first here. So like I said, I'm not going to be using my pendulum today. This is all intuition. Okay, here we go, Megan. Woo. Okay, so 7 of water. And let me know if you guys can actually see. I know it's pretty sunny out here, if you can actually see these cards, because when you're working with these cards also, it's very, very important to take a look at the picture. Okay, very important, because you can receive a lot of intuitive messages and signs from these cards, certain things that you might find that you're more drawn to, or things that stand out for you. Okay, so 7 of water, a complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. Okay, good, you can see it. All right, a complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. So the water card is really about your emotions, and bringing out that loving nature of things. So when this says that you have a complex decision that you're trying to make, you want to make sure that you are not overthinking things and not overanalyzing things, and that you are coming from your heart space, and be aware of the emotions that are coming up for you. Doing your research, making sure that you're not just like jumping into things. And the water card is also about your intuition. So trusting that when you're doing your research, you want to trust that you are being guided by your intuition. Like I said, not over analyzing things. So the water card also has a lot to do with mermaids. The water has all mermaids on these cards, and that just really gives you the opportunity to, plunge into your unconscious. So coming from that kind of place, when you're making your decisions, right? So stopping procrastinating as well. And in this research piece, water has to do with your relationships as well. So maybe seeing what other kinds of, if you can bring in some other people that you trust in your relationships, to maybe help you and throw ideas off of making a decision like that. But really the message is really being able to come from your heart space when you're making this decision and not over analyzing things. Okay. Okay. All right. You're welcome. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else that has a specific question that they want to ask, or let me know that they've asked their guide something, something intuitively, or they did that. If you just asked on your own and you would like a card pulled. And like I was just saying before, some other people hopped on, the more, whoa, falling out. All right. Like I said, these cards are kind of all over the place today, so there's a lot of energy moving around. So if anybody else has any questions, please let me know. I've been feeling this all morning. Yes, Chris, absolutely. Okay. Whew. They are jumping all over for you today. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, so the Knight of Water. Okay. Now, once again, the water, again, all about your emotions, coming from your heart space. So here's your card right here. That's a really, really intense image, too. I kind of encourage people, maybe if you can even like take a screenshot of this as I'm doing this, because if you want to go back and like look at this card later. But the Knight of Water, emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative. Okay, so falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, an invitation to a social event. So this card really comes across as being very lighthearted, okay? So love and weddings, invitation to a social event, but the Knight of Water, so once again, water is really all about your emotions, but the Knight brings in that masculine piece, okay? Really brings in that masculine piece. So when this talks about falling in love, you want to make sure that, and this could come through in a variety of different ways, and so you kind of have to gauge what that is in your own life, but it really it has this strong piece of relationships, okay? This bringing love to relationships, and the need to balance your emotions. So this could also be suggesting balancing your emotions in your relationships, okay? So if love is something that you've been looking for or that you've been trying to balance in your life, the more balance you bring to your life, the more that piece will fall into place, okay? Invitation to a social event. Okay, this is really too, with that water piece, really has to do with nurturing yourself. Okay, so, you know, be mindful that if you are invited out somewhere, that maybe if you were thinking about not going or something like that, or, you know, sometimes we have, you know, reservations about going out at all, and we just kind of want to, you know, hang back and take time for ourselves, that this card is saying that it would probably be a good idea to go and engage in that, okay, to nurture yourself a little bit, to love yourself as well, okay? Sometimes we forget that this piece of loving ourselves and nurturing our relationships, it also has to do with the relationship that we have with ourselves, okay, with ourselves. Now, this being the Knight of Water and bringing in that masculine energy, you know, if you have a relationship with, you know, somebody else who is a male that maybe needs a little bit more nurturing, this would probably be a good time to do that, okay? And that could be anything. It could be a partner, it could be a friend, you know, a dad, your brother, it could be anybody. But this might be a time to kind of nurture that piece in your life, okay? But also, just I'm really getting that sense of, you know, being nurturing to yourself as well, okay? So this card is saying, you know, go out, nurture your relationships, nurture that love that you have with other people, but I'm really being pulled to say that for yourself as well, okay? Don't forget about nurturing yourself, okay? Hey Brad, welcome. Okay, you're asking, yep. And yeah, I was just saying that if you feel comfortable putting your question in the chat, that's no problem at all. But if you don't, just let me know if you've intuitively asked a question. And I will absolutely be pulling that for you. Okay, so this one's for you, Brad, okay? Okay. Woo. Okay. My gosh, all these water cards today, guys. What is up with this? Okay, so you have got the Three of Water. Okay, once again, big time on your emotions. Okay, so this card says a celebration, a wedding, graduation, or birth announcement. The need to have more fun. Okay, now this kind of goes along with what I was just saying to Chris. You know, that there's going to be a celebration, there's going to be happy times, okay, that your emotions are going to be heightened in a positive way around this issue that you're asking about. So the need to have more fun. This is really important to know that, you know, bringing in that piece of the, you know, your relationships, and because this one is the Three of Water, it's not specific to males or females, but just in general, really bringing in that piece of nurturing your relationships, and, you know, bringing in that love to be able to show and share those heightened emotions that you are going to have. This is going to be a very celebratory time, a very positive time for you, okay? But specifying, you know, that you need to have more fun, okay? Sometimes we get so caught up in, you know, helping other people or working so much that we forget to have fun. But the difference is, you know, in your card, I'm really feeling like this is more of a social thing, okay? I'm feeling like you do spend a lot of time on yourself, that you do spend a lot of time on self-care, and that you do feel like you have balance in that area of your life, but the social aspect, okay, going out, having more fun, and nurturing those relationships outside of yourself as well, okay? Okay, man, all these water cards today, guys. My goodness. Woo. Okay, you just get a sip of water here. It's so warm. It's so hot. It's hot outside today. Okay. Okay. Anybody else Any questions? Sounds good to you? Oh, very good. Very good. Anybody else with any questions? Kind of go through. Okay, Shannon. Yep, absolutely. Okay. Oh, hey, Mike. Hey, haven't talked to you in a while. Thanks for joining. Woo. Okay, Shannon. Okay, here we go. Okay. Not a water card. Okay. Okay, for your daughter. Okay, for you and your daughter. Okay. So the card that came up is the Page of Fire. Okay. Now, it's actually funny that I pulled this card right before I read that comment, but the Page of Fire really brings in that feminine energy as well. So you and your daughter, it's really bringing in that feminine side. And so the fire has to do with your creativity, your passion in life, things like that. So outgoing, creative, confident, and mischievous. Okay, so news of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and being genuine. Okay, so if there is something that you feel like you were going to be doing with your daughter, you know, in that aspect, that this card is really saying that this is going to be a very exciting time. This might be something that you're feeling very passionate about, okay? But you really want to bring in that piece of your creativity, okay? And be very genuine when you're doing these things, okay? Yeah, no problem, Chris. Absolutely. Thanks for participating. So, you know, this Page of Fire, so like I said, is really bringing in that feminine piece, okay? And, you know, the fire also, being that it's dragons have a lot to do with our imagination, okay? That's where that creative side comes in. And maybe this is something that you are considering with your career, because the fire cards have a lot to do with our career as well. So this feels like if you are, you know, if you are pursuing something very passionate, creative, maybe career-wise, you might think that this is, you know, a risk. But it seems that this is going to be a very exciting time for you. And as long as you're coming from your heart space and being genuine in this is going to be something that's very positive. There we go. Okay, and sorry, yeah, I just saw that. This is going to be a time of self-development for yourself and your daughter, and something that is going to be really amazing for you to do together. Okay? Okay, let me scroll back up here. I think some... Oh, okay, trouble with your ex and custody. Okay, well, I feel like I said, this is going to be a time that, you know, this is going to be a strong bonding time between you and your daughter, and I feel like this is going to turn out in a positive way for you. Okay. That, like I said, this is going to be a time for self-development, but it's going to be a very positive bonding time for you and your daughter. I just feel like it's, you know, it's a very tight time that that things are gonna go well. So I wouldn't, you know, despite the stress about all of that, I wouldn't be too worried about the end result. Okay. Okay. Let me just scrolling back up here. Okay, so I just did Shannon. Okay, Jillian. Yes, okay, Jillian and then Wendy. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right, Jillian, if you're still on this card. Whoop. Yep. Okay. Okay, I feel like two cards are coming out for you, Jillian. Okay. Sometimes when they get like very stuck like that and they're not being cooperative. So, okay, so Jillian, I'm gonna pull both of these cards for you. Wow. Okay, this is very interesting. I don't know what is going on today with emotions. Okay, Jillian, these are both water cards for you. The Page of Water and the Queen of Water, okay? So this is very, very intense feminine energy coming in for you. Feminine emotions, okay? Big, big, big time. So, okay, we'll start with one here, okay? This is the Page of Water, okay? Okay, and this says intuitive, sensitive, artistic, and friendly. Okay, so a new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities. Okay, so if you are one that maybe you feel like you have some of these psychic gifts, and they can come in a variety of different ways. If you have a really strong sense of intuition, this is going to be a time where that is really, really heightened, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to trust these feelings, okay? Trust your intuition. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself during this time, because you're probably going to be receiving a lot of messages. You're going to be getting a lot of different things coming in. But with this new person entering your life, a relationship begins a new phase. Okay, so this could either be, you know, with this new person coming into your life, that is the new relationship that's gonna be in your life, or with this new person coming in, a different relationship in your life could kind of start a different phase. Whether that is meaning that it's going to go in a positive way or maybe a more argumentative way, but be aware of this new person. I feel like that is the big piece of this. Whoever this new person is that's coming into your life, that is going to be more of a positive thing. So you want to spend time, spend time nurturing that and giving love to that relationship, but don't put your other relationships just on the back burner. Okay, make sure you're taking care of all of them, okay? And like I said, you really want to bring in this piece of trusting your intuition. And if you feel that you already have a lot of, psychic, intuitive things that happen to you, you really want to make sure that you're trusting those things, okay? And if you feel that you don't have a lot of that going on, then you're probably going to start getting more messages coming in, okay? But this piece with these mermaids, okay, you really just want to, trust what's going on, okay? Trust what's going on, because they tell us that, pieces of our subconscious are going to be coming out, okay? And you want to trust these things that they're telling you, okay? Now, the Queen of Water, okay? These are back-to-back cards, okay? And like I said, this is such a strong, they're both strong, feminine, emotional cards, okay? So you might even want to, just be aware if there are people with female energy in your life that are very important to you. This would probably be a good time to nurture those relationships, okay? It's going to be a good time to nurture those relationships. So with the Queen of Water, tender-heartedness, empathetic, loving, and patient. Okay, so relationships develop to a new level. This is kind of just a continuation, okay? Like I said, trust your intuition. Look, it says it on the card, okay? Trust your intuition, okay? Care for yourself and others. Exactly like I was just saying, okay? That you want to make sure that you're taking care of other people, and especially just because all this feminine energy is coming in, if there's a strong woman in your life that you really feel connected to, that you really trust, this would be a good time to, strengthen that relationship even more. Spend some time with that person, okay? Because, you're in a place right now where you're going to be having different relationships coming into your life, and some of them will be changing, and this feminine energy, might be somebody that you can talk to about what's going on, okay? So just be aware of your relationships. Be aware of your relationships and make sure that you're nurturing them. And absolutely, when you're getting this intuition coming in, you really want to just trust what's coming in. I know, guys, listen, I know it can be really hard sometimes to trust, because we always want one more sign, right? We always want one more sign that it's the right thing to do, and then we'll trust, right? No, trust it from the beginning, okay? Trust it from the beginning. Okay. All right. Let me see. Whoop. Who was next here? That was Jillian. Okay, Wendy. Whoop. Oh, you're welcome, guys. Yep, you're welcome. Oh, hey, Steven. What's up? Okay. Okay, that all makes sense. Good. Okay, very good. Okay, Wendy. Okay. Here we go, Wendy. Woo! Okay. Wow. Look, I just bent this card. That's what I'm saying, guys. They're really just like flying out today. Okay, hold on one second. Okay. Here we go. All right, Wendy. Woo! Okay, 5 of air. Okay, so air is all about our intellect. Okay, this is, you know, the way that we're analyzing things, the decisions that we're making about things. Okay, all of that stuff, even how we're communicating with other people. Okay, so okay, an unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation. Review everyone's motives. Okay, this card this is a very, very interesting card. Okay, so like I said, all about decision making and your intellect, analyzing things. So sometimes we can overanalyze things, but in this case, I want you to really analyze the situation. Okay, that's what I want you to do, because you don't want to make any decisions too quickly. Okay, don't make decisions too quickly. Learn what you can from the situation. Okay, review everyone's motives. Now, that doesn't just mean other people in the situation. Okay, it means your motives too. I would highly, highly suggest taking some time to journal about your motives regarding the situation. Okay, journal about your motives. What are the reasons why you want this thing to happen, or you know, why you want this situation to unfold in a certain way. Okay, really take a look at that and make sure you're coming from your heart space. Okay, don't just come from, you know, just be mindful to not come from the ego. I know it's really difficult to do that. It can be very difficult to do that, but that's why I suggest journaling about this. Okay, make sure that you're coming from your heart space, especially if you're having any fear or worry, anxieties about this situation. Okay, so see, 5 of air. Air is about the unicorns. Okay, so the unicorns really help us to have peaceful thoughts. They want us to have peaceful thoughts. So if you're having any worry or anxiety about this situation, you know, like I said, don't move too quickly. Okay, analyze the situation. Okay, make sure that you are, you know, thinking about all the consequences that would happen if you made a decision in one way or another way. Okay, just think about it. Okay, it says an unwise choice. So, you know, just I never want to like tell people what to do, so I'm not like telling you not to do something, but just saying that you want to make, you know, be aware of the consequences of things. Okay, just be aware of the consequences, and when you're thinking about your motives, make sure that you're coming from your heart space, but take time to really review the situation. Okay. Okay. Whew. All right. It is so warm out here, guys. My goodness. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Is it hot where you guys are? Where's everybody watching from? I'm right outside of Philadelphia in Pennsylvania. It's like disgusting 90 degrees here. So for those of you who didn't see, I think I was talking about this, there's only one person on. This is my favorite, oh, you're in Philly too? Excellent. This is my favorite elixir to drink. Oh, Nebraska, 84. It's amethyst, citrine, and rose quartz. This is like my go-to elixir. Oh, you're, oh, you moved from PA. Oh, I know, the humidity is disgusting. I don't know why my hair is down. But yeah, it's so sticky. But yeah, this elixir that I'm drinking, amethyst, citrine, and rose quartz. It's amazing. It's such like an energy boost. It's wonderful for those of you that drink elixirs. Okay, anybody else? Anybody else with a question? Anybody with a second question? I think I got everybody that. Just tell me again. Sometimes it's hard to go through these comments. Just tell me again if I actually didn't, if I skipped your question. Oh, okay, Michelle, health-wise. Okay. Okay. Woo! Goodness. Okay. I'm telling you, guys, I don't know what is up with these water cards today, but it really is completely unbelievable. Okay, so, okay, the king of water, okay, all right, so trustworthy, compassionate, respected, cultured. Open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice and charity work. Okay, so, you know, regarding your health, once again, water is all about our emotions, okay? And, you know, trusting, having trustworthy and heartfelt advice. So if somebody, you know, especially because this is the king of water, if there's a masculine energy around you that has been giving you advice, you know, about your health, I would take that into consideration, whether this is somebody in your personal life or maybe a doctor or something to that effect. But they are coming from a genuine place of trying to help, and, you know, from a genuine place of wanting you to get better, I think, or, you know, just to take care of yourself. But I think sometimes we can feel like people are like pointing the finger and telling us what to do. But I feel like this isn't a situation like that. So even if this hasn't happened yet, if somebody does end up giving you some advice, and be mindful, especially a masculine energy. If a masculine energy comes in and is giving you advice about your health, you probably want to take this into consideration. Okay, you want to take this into consideration. I don't see, you know, so open your heart and mind to those around you. So try not to get on the defensive, because they're not trying to tell you what to do. They're just trying to look out for you. Okay, I don't really feel like anything is like, whoa, your health, like that's not what I'm getting from this. You know, I'm just feeling like taking into consideration with other people, what other people are saying to you about your health could be something that is helpful. And honestly, guys, even if you're like, I'm like a big advocate for like not looking things up on the internet, okay? Like, because if you go to WebMD, like you're probably like dead in like 7 seconds, you know what I mean? So like, but if you are looking things up about your health, like from a research point of view, and things like that, you know, that might be something that's good to do, okay? So I know sometimes we can get like led to different things, to watch specific videos or to read specific articles. So if that's something that happens to you and you're led to be like doing a little bit of research about your health, and you're watching things or getting information from a masculine energy, that might be something good to take into consideration. Once again, this is really trying to come from a place of trust. Okay, so people, you know, it might feel like people are telling you what to do with your health, but they're really just trying to come from a compassionate place. Okay, so I would take that into consideration. Okay, and that is really for everybody. You know, it's important to stay on top of things like that, without getting like, you're welcome, without getting like obsessive about it, I guess. So, yeah, but just take things into consideration. People tell you things. Okay. Anybody else with a question? Let me see what time it is. Oh my gosh, we've been on here for a while, guys. I didn't even realize. Okay, anybody else with a question? I'm probably going to do this with you guys a little more often, like once a week maybe. I'll have to figure out if I'm going to do it like on the same day each week or if I'm going to switch it up. But I have so many different decks of cards that I worked with. Well, not like so many, but these are absolutely my favorite cards. They're my favorite cards. But I do have other ones that I work with that maybe we can switch it up sometimes. Anybody else? Anybody else with a second question? If not, I'll sign off. But, whew, it is so warm. Okay, no? Nobody else? Any more questions before we go? Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for your participation today. This was a lot of fun. So let me know. Yeah, no problem, Meg. Thanks for hopping on. All right, guys. I will make sure to let you guys know when we're going to be doing this again. Now, this is something that for anybody that yeah, absolutely, Jillian. Yep, I will definitely be doing this again. Like I said, I'm probably gonna like start doing this like at least once a week. We'll see. I'll have to see how I like plan out, because I do other live streams for like my coaching. So if anybody is interested in that, you can check that out at thespiritualsafehouse.com. I am a Christian energy healer, so I incorporate you know, these angel cards are something that I incorporate into my coaching. You know, we will do a complete and full angel card spread, not just like, you know, picking one or two cards. We will do a complete and full spread, and I will go through that with you. I specifically work with people who are, you know, interested in developing more of their passion and their purpose and opening up their spiritual channels, learning how to do that, so that you can find and live your passion and your purpose. That's specifically what I do in my coaching. But like I said, if anybody has any more questions about that, you can feel free to PM me. If you are interested in that, you can book a crystal clear strategy session with me, where we can talk a little bit more about kind of like where you are in your life right now with your passion and purpose, and how I can help you get where you want to be in your life. So, all right, guys, like I said, PM me if you have any questions at all. I have an open door policy, and if you want to check out more about my program, you can visit thespiritualsafehouse.com. All right, guys, I will keep you updated for the next live card readings. All right, have a great day. Bye, guys.